Alright, good, because here we are recording our second tier list. And this is our tier list of the United States of America.
We're real professionals now.
We are real professionals now. And so I just want to we just got to start right off the bat with the presets. We're just going to go ahead, we're going to take Florida out. Florida, they get their own tier. Florida's allowed to do whatever they want. In fact, let me actually grab my... Just so you get an example of this. Are you familiar with the Florida Man?
Of course.
So the Florida Man... Let's see.
Florida man killed my whole family.
Okay, so these are just from this year. These headlines from Florida are just from this year. January 1st. Florida man shooting at Target in backyard hits neighbor sitting at dining room table. January 2. Florida man doesn't get straw. Attacks McDonald's employee.
More like attacks a sea turtle.
January 3. Go ahead.
Florida man arrested at Mar-a-Lago. Says he came to talk to Trump about his 6.3 trillion.
January 4th. Florida man arrested after hitting dad with pizza because he was mad he helped birth it. Well, same.
January 5th. Florida man killed ex-girlfriend while trying to get rid of the devil. I mean, haven't we all?
Florida man denies syringes found in his rectum are his. Florida man accused of burning son to teach him lesson about We're still in... Florida man threatens to kill man with kindness. He uses machete named kindness. We can go all... There's one for every day. And these all have links. These all have sources. There's one for every day this year. There's a Florida man caught on camera licking doorbell. There's a Florida man arrested with cocaine stuffed Lunchables. There's a Florida man... You get the bit. Florida's a top tier state. They got alligators. They got Florida men. There's something in the water.
It's really it's a transcendent tier. Like, it's not even necessarily above S tier. It's just outside of
Florida. Really,
tierability.
we'd put it up here in this Lowe's ad, but there's a Lowe's ad in the way. And then the bottom tier. Where is this?
Let's just wait.
Ohio.
Oh, there we go.
Found
Yep.
it. Ohio.
I'm from Michigan.
I don't care about Michigan.
You're from Wisconsin.
Wait till see where Michigan ends up.
We're obligated.
Do you think I hate Ohio because of where I live?
Yes.
No, I hate Ohio just because it's Ohio. I hate Ohio just because I should. Indiana.
Indiana is a solid C tier.
What does Indiana do? Anything? Indiana it's the crossroads of the nation.
It's just a mid-tier.
It's like you drive through Indiana on your way to other places.
Indiana hasn't fallen apart yet.
And Indiana's highway's not even that good.
True.
I've driven on the highways in Indiana. They're not great. They're not great. They're pretty bad. Hawaii is so... I think
A-tier tourism.
I think Hawaii's
F tier for poverty.
I think Hawaii's S tier tourism.
Yeah, you've never been to Hawaii.
But it's Hawaii. It's just like Hawaii is Hawaii.
True.
It just has that. It has that mystique, that Hawaiian-ness to it. I feel like Hawaii's an A tier state. They're unique. They're away from all. There's a whole bunch of little bits of it. It's cool. They got cool names like Honolulu and.
Moving on.
Oh, Hawaii. Okay,
Wahoo.
so California. I think California is
B tier for banned
state.
in California.
Because the thing about California is, it's like if you're like young and wild and free, LA is the place to be.
Is that like a nursery rhyme? Not what I meant to say.
That's what I tell my children. That's when you're young and wild and free.
That's what we'll sing our children to sleep
the place
with.
to be. No, but California's pretty rad, but they got stuff like
full of whiskey, women, and gold.
They got stuff like San Francisco though, so.
But they have oranges.
Yeah, but they have San Francisco.
But they also have avocados, and those are not good.
Moving on, Alaska. Alaska's
S tier.
Alaska's probably the best state. They just hang out up there. They chill with bears. They
Have
eat
oil.
What do they eat in Alaska? They eat salmon. They have oil. They
And
have
ice.
They just chill. Like, Alaska's gorgeous. It's chill. Everyone loves Alaska. I don't know anybody who hates Alaska. Everybody wishes I could go to move to Alaska at some point.
Alaska's a bucket list state.
Yeah, Alaska's great.
Alabama. D. Yeah.
I might give Alabama an F tier.
Yeah.
Let's give it a
We'll
D tier.
be generous.
Yeah. It's what?
It's Alabama.
48th in education. I'm not going to get political. We're not getting political with this tier list.
You don't have to get
I
political.
would not get political.
It's Alabama.
But it's also just Alabama. Like Alabama is the number one joke of Alabama is good old cousin love. Like, Alabama is a garbage tier state. This is Arizona.
Arizona.
Do you not just recognize the shape of Arizona?
Of course not.
You don't recognize this little hook right here?
Nope.
This is Arizona. I think Arizona's another S tier state. Honestly, it's hot. It's desert.
It's dry.
But it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
So it's not humid. It's got the Grand Canyon.
Cacti.
They have cacti. They have the Grand Canyon. They have Phoenix. They're just such a chill, cool place. Like, Arizona's just a cool place, you know?
Yeah.
You never hear really anything bad about Arizona.
We should go to visit the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. I think Arizona really is just a top tier state. They just chill. They just do their own thing. And everybody loves them. Colorado. Colorado's gorgeous. It's got the Rocky Mountains.
A tier.
It's the home of weed.
B tier?
B tier? I'd put it... I think it's a little better than California, don't you think?
No, I'd say Colorado and California are on a similar level. So we'll go B tier.
I don't think Colorado's a B tier state. I think Colorado's a B tier state.
Which is good. B's good.
Yeah. Delaware.
I forgot Delaware was a state.
What's in Delaware? It's like New England. It's like one of the New England states that no one really remembers. It's the first state, right? They're the first state, right?
I don't know.
Isn't Delaware the first state? Isn't that their shtick? Like, they're the first state? Like, I think they're the first state to ratify the Constitution. Delaware's a classic. I think, he's checking it. It's Delaware. Delaware, you're ahead of the curve. You seem cool. Nobody really remembers you much. You can sneak by with a B. Connecticut.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't what?
We'll give it props for being the first state.
Connecticut. What does Connecticut have?
I think Connecticut's a C tier state.
Are they? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what's in Connecticut, though? Literally, what's in Connecticut? They're like one of those New England states, but they're not like Delaware where they have like some unique shtick. They're just like kind of there. They're like underneath Maine. That's all they are. Georgia.
Peaches. Georgia's gorgeous.
Is it gorgeous enough
It's
to
gorgeous.
give it what do you want to give it?
I don't know. See, we have a lot in the B tier right now. But Georgia's like just such a pretty state. At least the parts that I've been in.
Isn't Georgia pretty much just other Alabama?
No, they got peaches.
Do they? Okay.
I don't know.
Let's just move them to a C
We'll go
tier.
C.
I
nice
don't
mid-tier
like
state.
peaches that much because they're
Maryland.
too fuzzy. I don't like fuzzy.
Oh, I mean the mountains are gorgeous too.
What's Maryland? It's got Baltimore. It's got
Crabs.
I got crabs and I'm just giving this an F just for that.
Just for the icon.
Just for that.
I was thinking Idaho.
Idaho's the most. I feel like Idaho's just the most forgettable state.
Underrated though. I feel like it's fairly because it doesn't have like great
Idaho's
wildlife
the
and
home of
scenery.
Napoleon Dynamite, and the good thing about Napoleon Dynamite is just how blandly colorless it is, and yet
True.
somehow charming. And I feel like that's Idaho. It's like you don't know why it's charming, but it's kind of charming. I'll give Napoleon Dynamite an S tier, but Idaho, I think it sits at D. I think Idaho... What does Idaho have to offer? It has nothing to offer. Illinois, on the other hand, that's a real mixed bag.
Scheiße.
Got Chicago. I like me some Chicago. It's got Springfield. It's the home of Lincoln. Lincoln's from Illinois. And I think they're a I feel like they're kind of with like that California Colorado bit where it's like
Yeah.
they're decent for their
For their noteworthy things.
yeah, for like the noteworthy things they do pretty well. Their other stuff though, no one cares that much about. In fact, actually, let's move Illinois down to a C tier.
Okay.
Because Chicago's on a level with these other ones, but at least Colorado has like the Rocky Mountains, or California has like cool forests and cool deserts, and Illinois just has like Chicago. Like the rest of Illinois is just another Midwest cornfield state.
Hard to drive through. True.
Arkansas,
As soon as you get off
that's
the
an
tollway.
F.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Arkansas. No one loves you. No one likes you. Let's forget about it. Iowa.
D.
D? Is Iowa a D? Is that boring, huh?
When's the last time you thought about Iowa? Have you ever thought about Iowa? You know that Iowa's a state, right? D.
Kansas. Kansas, I feel like Kansas is a state that you just kind of drive across, and it's cool. It's a decent state, but I don't think it's like in that A or S tier, really. Like I feel like it's just another kind of. I feel comfortable putting it with like Illinois and Indiana and Connecticut and Georgia and like those kind of C tier states.
I would put it D.
Would you?
You could put it C. I
Let's
just
put
feel
it-
like C is like.
Let's put
we got some
Nebraska
decent-
D tier. Like
Really?
Nebraska's like D tier.
Something about Nebraska just appeals to me.
Okay, we'll flip Nebraska
We'll
and
flip it.
Kansas. They're the same state. Really.
Yeah, but Nebraska sounds better.
Yeah.
Nebraska. Nebraska has Omaha. Nebraska is where my insurance comes from.
Nevada? Nevada's an S tier state. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think I think Vegas is chill.
I would put it A tier.
A tier.
But I've never been.
They got deserts. They got mountains. Like they got like all sorts of stuff in
True.
in Nevada.
Cheap
Like
flights.
Nevada's like the place where it's kind of like Arizona, where you just kind of like chill and you do whatever you feel like, you know? Like cheap flights, yeah. Connecting flights to Vegas. It's the number one like pro travel tip in America. I got no issue in Nevada. I think Nevada's great. I'd love to go to Nevada. I don't really care to visit Vegas
What's
much.
this next
Not
one?
my thing. This next one's
Am
Kentucky.
I blind? I can't read anything.
It's Kentucky.
Kentucky? Kentucky's an S tier state.
What?
Yes.
Why?
It's beautiful. There are horses.
Okay, but so it's
There's
like
a race.
yeah, but like Virginia and Tennessee are like in that.
Those are also great states.
Let's give an A tier then. You can give an A tier, but
Okay, fine. A tier.
Kentucky
A
means
tier.
how is Kentucky a better state than Colorado?
Because I've never been to Colorado, and I've been.
You've been to Kentucky.
Or I've been through Kentucky.
I don't think of Kentucky as an A tier state.
That's fair. That's fair.
Let's can we give it B tier?
Let's give it
Can we
A.
compromise on B tier?
No. We compromised on A tier. You want B tier, I want S tier. We compromised on A tier.
I don't agree with this though. This isn't the here.
We need more F tier
Here,
states.
we'll move it to B. We'll move Nevada to A.
Okay,
for you.
there we go.
There we
We're
go.
good.
That'll be our compromise.
Perfect.
Louisiana food is delicious.
I know, so
Like Louisiana
good.
food, French Quarter food, like you know, some soul food. Louisiana music's great, jazz is great. Like Mardi Gras, I don't really dig it that much, but I feel like Louisiana just has like so much poverty though. They're so
True.
poor, dude. I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm just saying Louisiana, they got a lot of good stuff, but they're kind of getting held out of B. Like if they'd stop flooding, if they'd stop like hurricaning, maybe we could
Like, that's their fault.
maybe we could reach a compromise. But Maine, is Maine S tier? I think Maine's S tier.
No.
They're an A at least, right? Like what a great state, man.
See, yeah, I would put Maine A tier, I mean.
Maine is like upstate, they're gorgeous. Like Maine's just like they're a place where you go and you're close to Maine's just like it feels like a comfort place.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like a place you can go to just live your best life. I like the idea of Maine.
I do too.
I would love to live in Maine. This one is Massachusetts. We got Boston. We got Boston. Don't mind me. Boston, Massachusetts. Is there anything besides Boston? I feel like Boston's pretty great though. Like that's like where the Paul Revere stuff happened, right? Like isn't that where they hung the lights and were like, "Yo, is it 1 by land, 2 by sea?"
I've been out of school for like almost a year, and that's long enough. Over a year, and
I'll
that's
put
long
Boston in
enough.
B tier. I'll put Boston in B tier.
Michigan is an S tier state.
Michigan's an A tier state.
Okay, no, I'm down with that. I thought you would go lower. Michigan's an A tier state.
There's
It's
enough
gorgeous.
parts of Michigan.
Most shoreline, aside from Alaska, Michigan has the most shoreline of any state in the union.
Okay, whatever.
And it's beautiful.
Who cares about the shoreline?
I came from Michigan.
But Michigan's pretty cool.
Well, I came from
They got some nice scenery. They're where everyone goes fishing. They got all those lakes. There's a lot of parts of Michigan. So much of Michigan is just nothing. Though.
No, the thumb is nothing.
Yeah. Look how much the thumb is. Like that's this whole section. Like this is all just like kind of nothing.
No, it just kind of here. Look. This little tippy bit right here. Down here is like Detroit and Lansing. Over on the west side is amazing, but just this little tippy part is a little bit questionable at times.
What's going? I've driven across this middle part and I saw nothing interesting.
Fair.
I'll
Said the Wisconsin boy.
give it a Minnesota. I wanted to give Minnesota an S tier.
Really?
I like Minnesota.
It is a decent state, honestly.
Minnesota's pretty great. They got a lot of cornfields and
People
stuff.
are obsessed with
They
biking.
got a lot of lakes. They got great. We live right next to Minnesota, so they got great public transit.
Here's the thing, we
the
live
cities
right next
are
to
cool.
the cities.
They got cool. Yeah, but the cities are really good.
But
they're good cities.
What's cool about Minnesota other than the cities? Like, I feel like it's just an average Midwestern state as soon as you're not in the metropolitan area anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of core.
We live in the cool part of Minnesota.
Western Minnesota is pretty much just East Dakota.
D tier. C tier, sorry. I'm just trying to balance out the tiers here.
I was gonna put a B tier again.
Okay, go ahead, B
Like,
tier.
I
B
feel
tier is getting mighty full, my dude.
Because I think Minnesota's really cool.
Okay.
Like, I like Minnesota.
All right.
Mississippi.
You're allowing your emotions to blind.
We can give Mississippi a D tier.
Yeah.
Mississippi's got
Eh.
Montana. Is Montana an S? I think Montana's an S. They got like elk and stuff.
True.
Like South Canada. I think Montana is like
South Canada.
the coolest state.
All right, we'll put
Like Montana is like where
tier.
you go to run away and be free. Like when's the last time you thought of Montana? You didn't, but not in a bad way. In like oh man, Montana's around, aren't they? They have like the lowest population per capita of any state, right?
New Hampshire
New Hampshire?
is a gorgeous state. Never been. I have a friend that's been.
C tier.
Vanessa's been. She likes it a lot.
New Jersey, you're an F tier, New Jersey.
I was gonna say, I've been waiting for this
we
moment.
We needed more F tier
Everything is
states.
good.
I hope there's nobody from Maryland who's ever gonna watch this, because let's be real, nobody at all is ever gonna watch this. But man, New Mexico. New Mexico's just like boneless Arizona.
We were all thinking it.
Yeah. I'd be okay with giving New Mexico back to Mexico. Yeah, I mean, New Mexico's pretty cool though. I mean, it's like, it's got
What has it got?
Albuquerque.
Oh.
It's where Breaking Bad's from. It's got C tier.
Okay.
New York. I think New York belongs in the B tier with all these states that have enough problems for me to say they're not like A tier or S tier states, but they definitely belong above these lower tiers. Like I feel like that's what in the world is this? What is this?
North Carolina.
I see.
No.
This is,
Yes. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's North Carolina.
Is that North Carolina?
It is.
Hold on a second.
It is.
Wait, I just remembered something real quick. Where did we put Mississippi? Have we done Mississippi?
Mississippi's D tier.
Mississippi?
I'm down to make it F tier.
Hold on a second. Is this following this tab? Yes, it is. Okay. Mississippi. Explain yourself. Okay. I'm not down with this, Mississippi. You're an F. Okay.
That is North Carolina, right there.
Just wanted to get that out of the way, because I saw the flag and I remembered, oh wait, isn't there one of those flags that... Yeah, Mississippi. Get it together, Mississippi. North Carolina, they're a C tier. North Dakota? Which Dakota has the...
Fargo is in North Dakota.
No, which Dakota has the... Okay, Mount Rushmore is literally on South Dakota here. So North Dakota, you're a D tier. Oklahoma, also a D tier. Oklahoma is like... It's like mountains. It's like the worst mountain state, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's got the Ozarks. It's a cool state. It's a gorgeous state, but it's also one of those other states that's just like, man, how bad do we need that? How bad do we need Oklahoma? Oregon. They hate when you call it Oregon. They really do. They hate it. They hate being called Oregon. And in Oregon, you're not allowed to pump your own gas.
Like, oh, I forgot about that.
You have to have an attendant
F
help
tier.
You pump gas.
F tier.
That's F tier. That's stupid. Oregon, get it together. I'm okay with Portland, though. Portland's chill.
Sure.
Portland's like the hipster capital of the world, so I'm like...
leave it F tier.
We'll leave it F tier.
Remember, the gas.
That's true. Remember the gas.
Remember the gas.
Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has Philadelphia. And in Philadelphia, everyone's angry and kind of a loser. They also have Pittsburgh, who
they also have Hershey.
Is there. They have Hershey. Hershey, lots of pollution and exploitation. All right, aren't they? Isn't Hershey like a terrible company? No, I'm thinking of Nestle. Nestle's garbage. Hershey is...
Chocolate's chocolate to me.
Don't eat Nestle, kids. It's bad.
Don't eat Nestle, kids? I won't eat them.
Pennsylvania?
I won't eat Nestle, kids.
They're C tier.
Sure.
The Ocean State, Rhode Island. They're tiny. Shut up, Rhode Island. You're so small. No one cares about you. You're a D tier. South Dakota, they're a B. You know, South Dakota.
A tier.
A tier?
Right? The, like, plains.
South Dakota's literally just a state you drive across. That's all it is. No, you're not. You're thinking of Wyoming. Wyoming is like a South Dakota was good.
South Dakota's Mount Rushmore.
That's why it's in B tier.
Okay, fair. I get it. It's with California. Yes. South Carolina. Homeland.
What?
It's a good state. But it's not like a great state.
I don't know where to put South Carolina, honestly. South Carolina,
just put it D tier. Just because B and C are getting crowded.
Yeah, in the world, most things, in a world of tier lists, most things should be concentrated in B and C.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
where B and C should be bigger than the other tiers.
That's true.
Because D is like if you're kind of a dumb state. F is like if you're garbage.
Terrible.
Like the
so
five that we've chosen.
you have a few really bad ones and a few really good ones, and then a bunch of middle of the road
I don't know
ones.
about Oregon being F.
It is.
Okay.
Remember the gas.
I don't remember the gas. Missouri. That's not getting above a D. That's not getting above a D.
Okay. Just get a D.
I'm just trying to figure out if it's a D or an F.
It's a D.
It's a D?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got the arch.
Tennessee. Tennessee.
Another pretty state.
I think they're just a C.
I know. It's like another pretty state, but also like when you
Nashville. More like Trashville. So, no, babe, come back. Okay.
Fine. We're almost done. Puerto Rico.
See, I'm really glad Puerto Rico, they actually decided to make Puerto Rico a state. However, they still have a lot of learning to do. I think Puerto Rico's an F.
Let's give Puerto Rico an A just to welcome them into the family.
I'm down to keep men F.
All right.
I think Puerto Rico's an F. You'll get better once you fix your flood damage, Puerto Rico. Utah. Mormonville. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous state. There's a reason that all those Mormons decided to settle down in this place.
Interesting history lesson, but okay.
I think they're a B.
Vermont.
I'd put Vermont A tier. Yeah. I feel like they're kind of a sleeper A tier state.
I like maple syrup that much.
I think Vermont is actually pretty chill. Like, I like Vermont. They're pretty good.
What do we got here?
We have Virginia.
Oh.
Virginia.
I love Virginia. I really do.
You think Virginia's a B?
Possibly an A.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't they have that governor who did the blackface and stuff, though?
It's not their fault.
Is it?
It's not. We're judging the states, not the state's politicians.
Yeah, that's why Alabama only has a D tier. Okay, Washington.
Oh, wow, I forgot Washington was a state.
Yeah, Washington's a C. They're just kind of like a state that's there.
We have reached a double level C tier.
West Virginia.
West Virginia is also beautiful. Well, we can put it C tier.
West Virginia's almost heaven. That's a B tier.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Wisconsin?
F tier.
Wisconsin is, it's cornfields and...
It's cheese and beer.
It's cheese and beer and corn. But also cheese and...
True.
Green Bay and...
I like living in Wisconsin.
I would put... Honestly, I feel like I would put Minnesota to an A and then move Wisconsin to B.
Yes.
Almost. I feel like re-examining what we're putting in A tier. Okay. I could do something like that.
What if we moved Minnesota?
You just hate seeing Minnesota in the same place as Michigan, don't you?
Well, no, I'm just questioning putting Minnesota above Wisconsin.
I think you could put Minnesota a little bit above Wisconsin.
That's fair.
No, I'm okay with them both being B tier, actually. I feel like... How in the world did I get talked into putting Michigan above Minnesota and Wisconsin?
You're a man in love.
The last state is Wyoming. Wyoming is like
B tier.
If Montana was a little less good. I feel like Wyoming is like...
Where do we put Montana?
S tier. I feel like
yeah.
I feel like Wyoming's a cross between Colorado and Montana. Like, Wyoming just feels like it should be an A tier state. Like, it does.
Okay.
So as we look over this...
Let's review. We can't both put our arms up on the table.
Are there any states we didn't mention here?
No, you're good. I don't need to.
Put your arm on the table. Good girl.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So...
I missed your face.
So, S tier. We have Alaska. That's S tier. Arizona. I think S tier. Montana. S tier. Are there any others that you think should actually be S tier after all? No. I think what we value here is we tend to value... We're so inconsistent. Hawaii, Nevada, Maine, Michigan, Vermont. I'm happy with this, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a solid tier list.
I think this is a good tier list. I think Florida in its own tier is a good thing. I think Ohio in its own tier is a good thing. I think Puerto Rico, welcome to the Union, Puerto Rico.
You'll get there.
That makes 50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 50 states. Thanks for watching.